start.
Well, welcome back to another episode of the Edible Valley podcast. And as you can see, I'm going solo today, but I'm out on the road and I've made a beautiful trip out here to Shamrock Farm. And of course, I've got two special guests with me, owners and operators of Shamrock Farm. I'll let you introduce yourself so everyone can hear your beautiful voices.
So, Shannon Farrell.
I'm Mike.
And Mike.
Well, Shannon and Mike, thank you so much for coming on board. And I know, Shannon, you're a big fan of the Edible Valley.
I am. Yeah.
I know every time I see you at the market, you're like, when's the next episode? So
yeah, I love listening to podcasts when I'm working, when I'm weeding and planting, and yours is my favorite because it's local. Yeah.
And you get to learn all the things about the people in the industry and the people in this community and what other farms are doing. So
yeah, I like.
So here's a great start. How long have you been in the community here for now?
I grew up in the valley.
You grew up in the valley?
Yeah.
Nice.
You got here, what, in 91, 90?
Yeah, 1990, 91. We got married in 93, and then we bought the farm.
And bought the farm.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a farm then.
It wasn't a farm back then, but
It's just a big pile of land.
it was land with a wrecked house.
And did you guys both have farming experience before you got here?
I grew up in a small farm,
Okay.
just small gardens, and mainly livestock.
And I grew up in the city,
So this must have
and I
been
hated it.
Really? Really? What was that?
I just like being outside.
Right. So coming here just gave you that opportunity.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. And so what inspired you to be here other than, I guess, Mike, you grew up here, and as being a local of the Comox Valley, it's hard to leave, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Once you get into this community, it sort of locks you in, right?
Yeah, it's beautiful here.
And so yourself coming over from Vancouver to here,
Yeah.
how did that affect you?
At first, I didn't like it because I was 21. So there wasn't a lot to do. Then I realized, it's beautiful. I met Mike.
Right. And you guys got married at the old house. Is that correct?
We did, yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
How was that?
A long time. 1993. We got married.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Upstairs.
They didn't get married there. Our wedding reception is there, though.
Oh, okay. The wedding reception.
We have pictures of us in the yard there by the river.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely been a real community thing. And in those days, you just gotten into farming, or how did that all start out?
We had all this property, and we
Property we couldn't really afford back then, could we?
No.
It was a struggle to buy this.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a stretch.
It was a big stretch.
Well, big question. How much property do you have here?
We just have 20 acres.
Just 20 acres.
But it's enough to do a fair bit on, isn't it? We've learned over the years you don't need a lot to grow a lot of food or do a lot of farming the way we do it.
That's definitely something I've learned from other farmers and stuff like that. It's amazing how much. I look back at Clever Crow, them being my neighbors when they lived on 12th Street, and they had this tiny little property, yet they were producing enough salad greens for everyone on the block.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I could just imagine what you guys have done with 20 acres. So what did it start out for you like?
Well, we needed to get farm status, didn't we?
Yeah.
To help.
Yeah, we needed to get farm status, so we started off with some chickens. We had a small garden, and then a friend of mine laughed at the pumpkin I grew, so
Right over there.
I decided I'll show you. So the next year we planted probably an acre.
Oh, you planted.
I planted probably an acre of pumpkins.
Really?
But we had nowhere to sell them and we didn't know what to do back then.
No, and we had no equipment.
No
actually.
equipment. Nothing.
And we bit by bit
Really
got stuff over the years, and this has been a 33-year work in progress.
Really? 33 years you've been going at this, so that's amazing.
And raising children at the same time.
Right. And how many kids do you have?
3 sons.
3 sons.
Yeah.
So are they working on the farm with you, or are they?
No.
One of our boys has got a house on the farm over.
But he doesn't work on the farm.
But he doesn't work in the farm.
They all avoid it.
Well, it's a lot of work, right?
It is a lot of work, yeah.
And so let's talk about, so you started with pumpkins. Is that where you really got into the production?
We had to get rid of them.
Yeah, I
Mike
think
gets a good stuff.
the first place we sold to was Rosie's Country Junction in Black Creek. It's not there anymore. It's where the post office is.
Okay.
And then Discovery Foods in Oyster Bay, Courtney Country Market. That was our first 3 customers.
By taking you take a pumpkin and show
I
them what we
think our first year we sold pumpkins, I think we were really excited because we made $2,500. We grossed $2,500.
So happy with that. It was good. We did good.
And was that a hard sell, or was it like to get your pumpkins into the...
I think we always took we've always taken the best of what we grow or do.
Yeah, and the other thing,
selling.
though, is we did things that nobody else did.
Mm-hmm.
We individually weighed every pumpkin and wrote the weight on it, so at the till they didn't have to, if their scale wasn't big enough, figure out how to weigh it. And
okay.
we hand cleaned them all, and we went
Right here.
way over. We were actually quite silly.
We were younger back then.
Yeah.
We had more energy,
Things
do
you've
things
learned
that
that
way.
you didn't
Yeah.
have.
and our boys would help.
Okay, and so you started with, I'm going to say, the pumpkins, and where did it grow from there? Because I see all these onions behind us, and I know what I see when I go into the market nowadays. What you have there is beautiful. So how did that all build?
Every year, we just tried to develop more fields. Like the fields all around us were far from being where you could grow things, or in a state
Some
where you could
clearing.
grow things. So we had to clean out a lot of bush and a lot of alder. And back then, the biggest problem was always getting rid of water. This was a very wet area. It was a floodplain. So we did a lot of grading and putting swales in fields and battling with swamp grass. You wouldn't know that now. Now it's the opposite problem. It's where'd the water go?
That's the challenge nowadays.
Yeah,
I
it's-
hear.
It's
Well, it's spooky.
interesting.
Is it?
Growing
It
it
is.
on the
It's very spooky.
same piece of land for 3 decades, you notice the changes with the weather.
Yeah, I guess that would be,
It's been a
especially
big
being
change.
out on the field and being there.
Yeah.
So is that one of the biggest ones, is the lack of water?
It's the change is quite shocking.
Really?
Actually, when you do a flashback at where we started, and it was always for years and years, it was, oh, we can't get in the field. It's too wet. We can't get in. It's too wet. What can we do next year so we can get in sooner? And where we'd get stuff in, and then we'd get rain and rain and rain. And and oh my God, is everything going to live? Are we going to? I remember, actually, we had years where we almost didn't plant because it was getting so late before we could get in and get a field ready.
We had to get the pumpkins or squash in by a certain time, or we knew we wouldn't have them ready for
And-
October 1st.
Now it seems the last 4 to 5 years has been progressively more and more struggling to keep up with watering. We've been getting into the fields like in record time that was unheard of 30 years ago.
So is this a good thing, or I'm guessing it sounds like a
You
good
just
thing?
adapt.
I'm a little spooked about it, actually.
Is it?
I'm hoping it's just a short-term trend, but
Mhm.
I don't know if that's the case or not.
Well, I know you hear about the global warming, and I think you guys probably can see a little bit of that. And I guess it's also how the environment changes as cycles go
Yeah.
too, right?
I can actually remember October's watching pumpkins floating by in the field. We had the joke where the little kids went in and Tim lost his rubber boots.
And then the next year, Mike would plow those boots up. We'd have kids coming up here with their pumpkins in bare feet, or parents carrying them because they've lost their boots. That never happens anymore.
I remember bringing my daughter out here a
Yeah.
few times over the years for going for pumpkins and stuff. It was a real treat. And like, you were one of the first to start inviting people to your farm to do that, right?
We did that really like a long time ago, didn't we?
Mhm.
But like slowly, I think we only opened for weekends. It was hilarious if you saw what we did in the barn. Like, we didn't really do anything, but it was important, I think, to show kids where things are being grown, get dirty, choose that one pumpkin in the field from the vine. And yeah, that was important. And then the field trips we did to bring the schools out here,
Mm-hmm.
that was really fun too.
So would you say community involvement is definitely a part of this farm?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the community's been very good to us.
Yeah, very good to us.
They're definitely the people that want to come out here. And
Yeah.
well, it's a beautiful spot you have here. And I
Mhm.
just remember bringing my daughter out here and
Yeah.
in her little gumboots, and
Yeah.
it covered head to toe in mud by the end of it, but just
Yeah.
having a blast, finding that perfect pumpkin.
Yeah.
So, or at least the perfect pumpkin for her.
Pink.
We've changed a few things over the years, I think.
Right.
Like when we were younger, we could do more and the valley wasn't as busy and we weren't as known. So we could do more of the more interactive, like opening up all the fields. Unfortunately, we can't do that anymore with the amount of food
Yeah.
crops we're growing as well.
We just don't have the staffing to police things out there.
Yeah.
And then the
So they've
secondary
changed a bit.
problem with having people roaming around is the stays are much longer, and it makes a huge traffic problem
Yeah,
for
we've had
the
trouble
locals. We hit a point where this road has got so busy out here that we can't have people parking on the road because we're afraid somebody's going to be hurt.
Well, and it is
So
a
we-
scary road. It's a busy road.
Yeah. So we actually, when we're open, we actually keep an eye out there, and if anybody does park on the road, we actually bring them in.
Oh, really?
We can't. Somebody will be hurt.
No,
It's not a good
We
thing.
had like 2 or 3 people on parking on the road.
So that was the next part I wanted to get into, because I definitely want to come back to how many staff you have. But
Yeah.
you guys open up the barn here, and you
We
do a lot of events. And I know this winter I came over and you had the winter
market.
market.
We try and make it like food focused because we're
Right.
growing so much year round now. So the winter market would have all of like our storage squashes and storage onions and garlic, and then our radicchios and, fennel and all those crops, kales, kalettes.
Preserves.
Just to show the community like how many things we can grow through the winter as well.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
amazing. So
Yeah.
so you do the winter market. Do you do any
Yeah.
other big markets here? Because I know you have your farm stand down here. And
Yeah.
what's the deal with the farm stand if anyone's heading down this way?
It's just a simple self-serve road stand.
Right.
Open, in the growing season.
It varies with
Days.
the time of year. 6 days in the growing season, and then in the winter months, deepest, darkest winter, we'll cut down to 2 or 3 days a week.
But it's open year round.
Always year round.
And it works great. People just stop and there's instructions on how to pay, to grab what they want, leave the payment, e-transfer. We have some people that still pay with checks. We love that, don't we?
Well, and I feel that's a beautiful thing, and I think
Yeah.
it's something that people get confused about or get scared about because they see all this food and they're like, "What do I do?" And it's like,
I know.
just come in,
Yeah.
get what you want. You can e-transfer. You can leave a check.
Yeah, because when we started out, it was cash or check.
Yeah, it's
When we were open in October, there was no machines. Like we've been doing.
checks are actually almost a non-existent thing anymore. You don't see much of
No.
But we still get them, don't we?
just once in a while.
Once in a while, we get very excited. It's like, oh, we've got a check again.
I feel like I've got a stack of checks in my closet that I'm like, so now I know what to do once a week. No, and I was blown away because I came here to see you, and who do I run up but one of our old chefs, Kathy Jarrett from Trio Catering, who is now retired from the chefing. Not that she's retired from cooking, because she was taking all of your peppers from up there.
Yeah.
And so it's just interesting to see who you meet out here and who's using your vegetables for. So, I mean, I am having a blast here. So I did have one question about, okay, so we're talking about employees,
Yes.
because there's a lot of people running around here, as well as your
We
friendly
have a-
dogs.
We have a lot of help to do what we do. Yes. Good help.
And you were saying, I'm sorry if... Erin, she's been here for how long?
11 years.
11 years.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And Autumn, who is now our daughter-in-law, 11, maybe 12 years.
Yeah, she started about the same time as Aaron.
Really?
And Autumn married our youngest son.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
we get to keep her forever. So that's nice.
Oh, that's great. So,
And then-
so how many employees do you have at the moment?
It varies with what's going on.
Okay.
But I think right now, last payroll we had 14 people.
14 people.
Yeah,
That's good for 28th.
it goes up and down with the time of year.
And of course, you can hear we're very close to the airport. So there's always something happening, right? Let's get into seasons. What are your favorite seasons on the farm?
What's your favorite season?
But I think fall.
I knew it.
One, the days are getting shorter.
Right.
It's long days in the middle of summer, especially when you're approaching the longest day. And when it gets really hot, we were doing 6 a.m. starts for a bit.
But then we keep.
We were doing 7. But the chickens don't go until it gets dark. So
They free range, so they're out all the time until it's
Right.
dark.
So that's at least, if you start work at 6 in the morning, you're still going to be going at least at 10:30 at night.
That makes for some long days.
Yeah, it does. The days are getting shorter in the fall. It's getting cooler. Well, normally. We're starting to bring in what we've been working on all summer.
And for yourself?
I think I like right now, like
Right
end
now,
of August.
The end of August.
Like going into fall, I guess, because we have planting days every Wednesdays as seeding day. That's kind of stopped now. We're getting ready to get all of our winter vegetables in the field, in the greenhouse, flipping over from like summer to winter vegetables. I just like that. I do like the winter because we've got all these cool things that people don't tend to grow here, the kalettes and the radicchios and the like in season fruit that I like.
Well, that's beautiful. And that was actually going to be my next question. I was like, what are the vegetables that you're growing here that people might not know about that you are very proud of? Or
The kalettes, nobody's really done
Kalettes were a big one, and they've carried on. We've been growing them for 5 or 6 years now. I know a few of the other farms have started to grow them, which is fantastic. But they got planted a long time ago in May, I think, in the spring,
Yeah.
late spring. And then they start producing as soon as it gets cold in the fall. So October when we're open, it's nice, usually around the 15th to 20th of October when we get a frost. The camelets start to burst open, so we can like feature them in the barn when we're open, and we always get questions about them. And we'll pick them all through the winter.
Right.
We pick them in the snow. And I like it too because you don't have to water anything in the winter
Right.
or weed in the winter. It's interesting, like the beautiful purple cauliflowers, which you actually can buy in the grocery store. A lot of people don't maybe notice them, but we grow a lot of the colorful vegetables. So we're always getting questions about that.
I love all these different, and I still
Yeah.
remember the first time I ever cooked purple potatoes.
Yeah.
And this was at the Kingfisher years and years ago, and I was
Yeah.
all proud, and I steamed them beautiful, and gorgeous color, and I sent them out, and like table sent them all back saying, your potatoes were wrong.
That's the one thing we don't grow here, is it?
No.
Potatoes. Potatoes is, I think, is the only thing we don't grow. We grow everything.
Yeah, I was dug my heels and said,
Yeah.
no, it's a whole pile of different equipment we've got to get. And there's people that
And
do it
our
on a
good
big
friends that
scale
see-
that are friends.
Can buy from them.
Exactly. If they've got it, you might as well.
Yeah.
No, and I love the kalettes as you were talking
Yeah,
about. They're
they were.
so easy, like just a light saute with
They
them.
don't need much.
Simple. I don't, honestly, a little, maybe a touch of soy sauce or something like that. I
That's
just
a good
like
thing.
brighten them right
Yeah.
up. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're such a quick and easy one
Yeah.
to work with, and they don't take much. You can do a quick blanch on them, and then refresh them in something. So yeah. And they're super healthy for you, right?
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of vitamins and stuff that most people don't
Yeah.
even realize. So yeah, and to have something that fresh in the middle of winter is incredible. So
Actually, the Rosalba radicchios, like the pink radicchios,
Mhm.
that's another one. People are like, what is that? For our winter market, we can really feature those because they're coming into their prime in
Right.
December.
yeah,
That's a good one that people don't often notice
Oh, I love them.
in the store.
I love grilling them. I don't know what it is
Yeah.
about radicchio because it just like it takes some of that bitterness out of them
Yeah.
and brings that real sweetness to them. So I wanted to move on and ask you a little about what are the plans for the future of Shamrock Farms?
Did we look that far ahead, do we?
Dinner.
We're so busy here, like
Right.
so busy. We kind of plan, like we're planning now for next year, especially with Aaron and Autumn, and they take over our seed charts. Everything's on spreadsheets and stuff, seeing what's working, what's not. I keep my eye. There's Aaron. Keep my eye on new vegetables I haven't seen before, and then I see if we can start. Like I'll suggest one. And then the Prue says yes or no, your praise and can't do that.
So you're always
Yeah.
looking for new vegetables. Is
Always.
that the deal?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. We're always looking for new things. That's why I found Big Fillets. I'm like, I've never seen this before.
Right.
So-
just to be able to find it.
Yeah, we really lucked out. The first year we grew them really well. Like sometimes it takes quite a few years to get it done properly. It's busy now because we're getting everything out of the fields for fall. Like it takes us a long time to open to the public.
Right.
I think that's what some people don't understand, the amount of work that we have to put in and the labor costs. And we
Mhm.
never charge admission. We never will.
Right.
It's just nice to have people come here, and everyone always supports us by buying something. And then we can, it's nice that way, isn't it? I was just saying the amount of work it takes to get, especially for the fall event, to get the farm ready for that.
Yeah, it's big.
It's big. It's a lot of work.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then plus you're off doing how many markets are you?
Well, we were doing 3 markets this year. The Comox Wednesday market was new, which was
Mhm.
fantastic. And then Saturday market we always do. And we do the Camel River market on Sunday.
Oh, you're doing the Camel River as well.
It's nice. They really need some farmers up there.
Is
So-
it? Yeah.
So we went up. We have a lot of friends up in Camel River, so it's been nice to go up there and
That's
see them all.
beautiful.
They all come say hi to us at the market. But when our farm is open for the events, we don't do the markets. We can't. It's just too much. So we're not at the farmers markets in October.
It seems like a lot of work to be doing.
Yeah, because we have to get the farm ready, all our vegetables harvested in the barn, and then Mike loves decorating for October with all the animatronic stuff he does. And so that takes quite a while, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then plus you've got products in other stores as you deliver to
Yeah.
and restaurants as well.
Yeah. We were sending out fresh sheets every Monday, but we haven't done that for 3 weeks right now. I dropped the ball. It was just getting too busy here and something had to give. But the chefs and stores had just been contacting us anyhow, which is really nice, asking what we have. So we've been able to deliver, or they've been able to pick up. So yeah, we do the restaurants, the chefs, Healthy Way Foods.
Mhm.
And then we have some stores that do our products because we make the products as well with our lavender and flowers. We have goats, so we make the goat milk soap. And then we have a commercial kitchen now in the barn.
You have a commercial.
So all of our vegetables can be made into preserves.
Oh, so
right
you got
here.
the whole value added.
Yes, I'll have to show you that.
I'm going to be interested. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to doing a walk. I know I
Yeah.
said we'd sit down here and have a little chat, and
Yeah.
and then I can find out, and I'm going to go around
Yeah.
with the camera and hopefully showcase a little bit to everyone if they want to take a
I
peek of
think-
what you guys do here.
I think we're truly as diversified as we could get right now, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got a
There's lot.
few more ideas that we'll explore down the way. That's the other thing I like about winters. I like to sit down and plan things.
We usually have a couple of weeks off. December's busy, isn't it? With the
Yeah.
market and this being opened
Yeah.
and the winter vegetables. Usually early January, we have a couple week break where we can just sit and plan the year, maybe what we really want to do. And if we
Right.
don't like something or it's like not working for us anymore, we'll drop it. Like opening the farm, we've always said, especially for October, because we've done it for so many decades now. It's not fun anymore. We won't do it. I think that helps.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's totally fair.
Yeah. But we're still having fun, so
So you got to keep it going,
we'll
right?
keep going.
So do you find that diversifying is how you've kept the farm alive?
Absolutely, because
100%.
you never succeed in everything all the time. I always say we can figure out a new way to kill something every year.
Right.
So if you do enough different things, the odds that you'll be good at one or two are a lot more in your favor, as opposed to if you do only a couple of things and you screw one up, there's half gone, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
That's how we've learned over the years. Because when we started, there was no YouTube. There was no courses you could take for farming. It was just trial and error.
Trial and error. And
Fail really quickly and learn.
I feel like we could do a whole episode on the mistakes you made and the
There's
things that
no-
work.
Oh, we could actually make a series because we come up with new stuff all the time. It's part of life. That's how you learn.
Yeah.
You screw something up and you know not to do that again.
That's what I tell the girls here when there are some mistakes. I'm like, that's okay. Well, you learn from it. We move on. It's all good. Don't be so.
If you make it
hard on
10 more
yourself.
times, you're going to be talking.
This is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe twice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, this has been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to going around and checking
come
out the
see what we
farm
do.
here now. Let's give some information for anyone who's really interested in coming down here and checking you out and seeing what's here at Shamrock Farm. So what do we got for location, the address for the place?
2276 Anderton Road,
So basically heading out towards the ferry.
near the ferry.
Yeah.
Seal Bay.
Seal Bay
Yeah.
area, just before 40 knots is just down
That's
the
right.
road there. So there's a lot of other farming communities around here.
There's so many amazing farms down this way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a great question, is how have we been able to connect with the other farmers?
It's getting easier now that we're doing the farmers markets, to be honest. We didn't start with the farmers markets. That was during 2020, just before the pandemic hit, actually, that we decided to join to get off the farm and to sell more like direct to the customers. Farmers market customers are our customer base.
That was part of the transition.
Yeah,
That was the
it's a
tail end of
transition.
this grow. We used to wholesale to a lot of the grocery stores,
Yeah.
and we gradually withdrew from that over the years.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So you find it's better going to the market?
Oh,
It's sure a whole lot less work than getting up at the wee hours in the morning and taking a trailer load of stuff to the store
Right.
at a discounted rate because they have to make a buck too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now you're just selling your own product direct.
Yeah.
and-
yeah. But it's lovely being at the farmers market because then you can connect with all the other farmers and
find out what they're growing and what's working.
yeah,
for
and if
them.
you're having a problem, you can ask them or see what they think. And yeah, there's a lot of amazing farmers in the valley.
Mhm. That's
Yeah.
it. That's why I'm here. It's just
Yeah.
the best food in the world, right?
Yeah. It is.
And so if people are contact information that want to get a hold of you,
Then I'm
Probably the website.
website's easiest, yeah.
shamrockfarm.ca.
nice and easy.
Yeah, our events are on there. You can order online. We ship across Canada. Our product.
That's the simplest.
We have our landline, 339-1671.
The old-fashioned way to get in.
Old-fashioned way.
Still works the best.
Our cell phones don't work very good out here either.
No.
And Mike never has his, or he's lost it, so you can't get hold of him anyhow.
So email is the best way, or just come down and check out the farm
Just come
stand.
down and come to one of our events. And we honestly really like having the community here on the farm because it's nice for us to welcome the community. And how can I explain it? I'm not doing a very good job.
We can interact with the people that support us.
Yeah. Because you're spending so much time growing the food to actually grow something and then hand it off to someone that's going to eat it. It's like
Mm.
really Like it's mindful, meaningful work, but to actually get that connection is the best.
I always find it neat too when you finally meet. We get a lot of e-transfers.
Yeah.
And you see the same names years and years and years and years. When you finally connect the face to the name, it's kind of neat.
Oh, that's
You
amazing.
did that yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
Finally met that person.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you. You can thank them in person.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, I think we're going to call it for there, and let's go explore the farm if you're good to take me for a quick tour.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to the Edible Valley podcast.
Thank you very much.